The Bermuda Triangle, the Triangle of Evil, or simply the Devil's Triangle. This is the name given to the area. It is called this because of Florida, Puerto Rico, and Bermuda Island. It is said that mysteries occurred in an area of about 500,000 square miles. First, we will look at these events in order, and by the end of the video, we will learn the truth. The mystery dates back to Christopher Columbus. In 1492, during his first voyage toward the New World, strange events were recorded in his notes. Between 1492 and 1493, in this 360-page journal, translated notes describe unusual occurrences. On Saturday, September 15th, Columbus noted something interesting. At the beginning of the night, they saw a terrifying fireball fall from the sky into the sea. The mystery dates back to Christopher Columbus. In 1492, during his first voyage toward the New World, strange events were recorded in his notes. Between 1492 and 1493, in this 360-page journal, translated notes describe unusual occurrences. On Saturday, September 15th, Columbus noted something interesting. At the beginning of the night, they saw a terrifying fireball fall from the sky into the sea. At dawn, he said, "Mark the north again." The crew continued their journey the next day, but did not forget this event. Around January, they saw a light rising and falling, which he described as a small candle. His son Ferdinand described it as a candle that rises and falls. Columbus did not record it as an unexplained event, believing it had come from land. What did they see? Why did the compass deviate? And why was the crew afraid? The USS Cyclops incident. The USS Cyclops was a massive cargo ship built for the U.S. Navy during World War I. Sometime after March 4, 1918, while passing through the area known as the Bermuda Triangle, the ship disappeared without a trace, carrying 306 crew members and passengers. None were ever found. This was the largest non-combat loss of life in U.S. naval history. The ship sailed from Rio de Janeiro on February 16th, first to Salvador, then 2 days later headed to Baltimore. Afterward, it was en route to St. Kitts. It passed through the Bermuda Triangle, and no trace was ever found. What happened? What was the mystery behind it? Flight 19. On December 5th, 1945, at 14:10 Eastern Time, a fleet of 5 aircraft departed from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Lieutenant Charles Taylor was leading the flight. It was a training mission. Flight 19, just before graduation. They had a planned route and were supposed to complete the mission accordingly. However, during the flight, the aircraft compasses appeared to fail. They immediately reported this by radio, saying they had lost their direction. Control towers attempted to communicate. Lieutenant Taylor, despite years of experience, did not take the situation too seriously, perhaps not wanting to alarm his students. After about 4 hours, at 17:50, the Navy located the aircraft, 200 kilometers north of their intended route. To guide them, at 1927, a Martin PBM-5 rescue aircraft took off. 23 minutes later, it also disappeared. No one could believe what had happened. Meanwhile, a nearby tanker reported seeing explosions and flames. After 5 hours, the last signal from Flight 19 was heard. Only static. Interestingly, They had turned eastward and were heading toward the open ocean. No further news ever came from Flight 19. This became one of the most famous Bermuda Triangle incidents. Were they lost in fog, or was there extraterrestrial involvement? Flight 19. On-deck star aircraft incidents. On January 29, 1948, the passenger plane Star Tiger, carrying 25 passengers and 6 crew members, departed from Lisbon to Bermuda at 15:34. The weather was rainy with strong winds. After about 10 hours of flight, another aircraft warned that winds were intensifying. Star Tiger chose to stay on course. At 3:15, Star Tiger contacted the Bermuda Tower. This was their last communication. 1 hour and 25 minutes later, attempts to reach them failed. The aircraft vanished quietly 440 miles northeast of Bermuda. About 1 year later, on January 17, 1949, Star Lion experienced engine trouble near Bermuda and had to land. Passengers were transferred to another plane, Star Ariel, which departed at 8:41 with 7 crew members and 13 passengers, heading to Jamaica. The weather was clear. Shortly after entering the Bermuda Triangle, about 1 hour into the flight, Star Ariel suddenly disappeared. No distress call was made. A massive search over 140,000 square meters continued until January 22nd, but no wreckage was found. The truth about the Bermuda Triangle. For many people, the Bermuda Triangle is supernatural. For others, it is just an ordinary region. What makes it mysterious is not the place itself, but the unresolved nature of the incidents. Columbus's fireball was likely a meteor. Compass deviations were caused by magnetic variation, which was unknown at the time. The USS Cyclops was overloaded, had engine problems, and likely sank due to a storm. Flight 19 was a tragic result of navigational error and poor decisions. The Star aircraft had chronic heating system failures that may have caused explosions. In reality, hundreds of ships and planes pass through the Bermuda Triangle every day. No government has ever declared it a danger zone. All incidents can be explained by human error, mechanical failure, or natural causes. The Bermuda Triangle gained its fame largely due to a book written by Charles Berlitz in the 1970s, which became a bestseller. While some exact causes remain unknown, there are logical explanations for most events. Despite exaggerated stories, the Bermuda Triangle remains mysterious, and likely always will. If you want more content like this, like the video and don't forget to subscribe. See you soon.